Hey folks, welcome back, and I pick up exactly where I left off before, in the pub. And I think the next step we've talked to everybody in the bar now, and the young kid outside, and we've noticed this guy here is a guy who's looking a little bit shifty. So it's time to maybe just probe these three fellows here a little bit more, see what they know about
Excuse me?
this guy, see if he knows more than he's letting on.
Yes, sir?
Oh, plus we can talk to him about that.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
He's upset, this guy, isn't he? Something about, we learnt on the last one, he'd skipped town.
Did Pegram stay here?
That's right. In the best room in the house.
That's the one with the bed.
Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
Muscles like a muscle man. Good thinking
May I have
there.
another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honoured fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar utilising the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Basically, someone grabs barrels from a wagon and chucks them into your cellar. Well, we don't know. He's not told us anything new. Other than he doesn't like the guy, which was no secret.
Hey. Hello there again, mister.
Alright. Let's see what he
Do
knows.
you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Do you know anything about Pegram's
This could be a long
expedition?
shot.
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be
Oh my-
arrowheads and beacons.
Oh my god. I don't even want to think about that.
Favorite condoms, more likely.
One Direction albums. And videos of Miley Cyrus. Good.
Did anyone from the
What will they
village
think
work
of
at
us?
Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Incontinent, what, he peed on the floor?
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Yep, buy him a drink.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who, Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Do you
Well,
remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it,
I'm going to
was
say,
only last week.
it probably was last week.
Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
With the boss man. The big boss man? I thought you lived in America. Anyway, we've caught him out on a lie now.
Pegram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat? That gem is the talk of every town from Lochmarn to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me. The lucky sod. So that's why he scampered.
Right, well, we've asked him about everything else. We'll further just corroborate it by talking to big fella over here.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Oh no, there's no point. I think you can talk to him about that, but
Oh, nothing.
kind of makes it redundant if you talk to somebody else first. Right, well, let's go back now. We've got you now, pal. If only I had a spotlight to shine in his face.
Hello.
Come on, mister, you've been telling porcupines.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig.
You don't believe him, do you? Patrick Doyle is a moron and a scoundrel.
Even so, he saw you talking to Pegram.
You can't prove that, mister.
Ah, you little torag.
See you later.
Well, that guy won't know, will he? Because he doesn't leave the bar by the sound of things.
Excuse. Oh,
That guy didn't have nothing to do with that. So, I'm thinking maybe the kid. The kid might have seen something with loitering around the castle. So we were going to ask him. But the plot thickens. Now there's some kind of gem. This game has a lovely little orchestral soundtrack to it.
McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Ah, so you can ask him about that.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure? Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Okay.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Lochmarn all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon Pegram made off with it. If I was him, I'd go to Amsterdam, chop it up and sell it. He could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
Well, let's see if he knows
Do you know
anything about this
about
dig.
Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
I don't blame you, kid.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram bought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
Ah, we've caught him out. Plus, this professor seems to have an unhealthy obsession with bums and holes, by the
Are
sound of
you
things.
sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh yes, it was him all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover, but don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
Okay, so we've got him.
Okay.
Because from what I remember, there's no reason to go up to the. There's no reason to go up to the castle straight away. It's mainly about interrogating the poor nervous fellow there, Fitzgerald. But I'll go up there because I remember there being this character here, a farmer. You'll find the place squarely padlocked up.
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
Do you even lift, bro?
The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood.
Is there any other kind on a castle?
On the back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall.
Who's this guy?
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots.
Hi. Do you speak English?
Well, no, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
You could be hypnotising people into thinking that you're constipated.
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners, the 1978 edition.
You must have one hell of an imagination.
What's so cool about home improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the plate. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Got a strange urge to go and put some shelves up now.
Surely the betrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen The Greatest Story Ever Told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves.
Lazy good for nothing.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Okay, can you tell us anything useful now?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar preceptory.
Oh, so he knows about the Templars.
Do you
So it
mind
could have
if
some
I
use.
climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. Do you think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance, not while I'm here to stop you.
Okay.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
And they've got no great
Do
love
you
for the
think
English over
Pegram's
there now.
disappearance is due to the curse?
Look at the facts. He dug up the gem, he disappeared, bingo. It doesn't take a degree in mathematics to work that one out, does it? You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pegram has run off with the gem.
Where was the site of the Templar preceptory?
Right here on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls there's a Templar chapel.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
I think what maybe happened is we found out that he'd given a box to that guy Fitzpatrick. I think maybe what he's done is to try and take people off the scent. He's fled and given the gem to But was it Fitzpatrick? So
Does this false
maybe we can
nose
get our
mean
hands on
anything
this
to you?
gem.
You're a circus clown.
No, but I got this from someone who disguised himself as a clown.
Is that a fact? Why did you do that now?
He's a psychotic killer. I think he may be connected with Peagram's disappearance.
Yeah, could have. Maybe that's what he was running
Do you
from.
recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. He's not a friend of yours, is he?
Oh no, far from it. In fact, I believe it's the face of a killer.
I knew it. Piggy eyes. Can't trust him.
Piggy eyes. That reminds me of that advert that's come out at the minute. There's an advert.
Do you
Where's
recognize
that?
the name on this card?
That'll go over the heads of anybody who's
That little
not from
writing.
England, probably.
It says Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics.
Is that your name? Tommy Merlin?
No. But what a great stage name. It had what my high school hypnosis act had lacked, style and class. For a few seconds, I bathed in spotlights on a thundering tide of applause. Tommy Merlin, hypnotist.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, I just remembered something. Does this tool mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Is it used on sheep?
No, it's for lifting the covers off drains.
Never. How?
Well, the end of the tool fits into the hole in the cover.
They'd slip out. Angle's all wrong. You'd never do it.
I have. I did it in Paris. What do you make of
Doubting the
this?
power of our
Seems
sewer
ordinary
key.
enough to me.
Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Oh, it's theatrical grease paint.
And that makes it all right, does it? I must remember that next time someone complains about the state of me handkerchief.
I have to go now.
Well, we had an interesting chat with him. I thought I might as well come up here because if you do the rest of the game, you're going to get the information out of Fitzpatrick. That guy disappears, I think. It's either that or I don't know, he may have to find a way of getting rid of him, I don't know. To actually gain access to the castle. But that is for later on. Right now, our focus is getting rid of this grown-up Millhouse character. Be good if one of the little things we've got to do is getting rid of that guy sneezing.
Hello.
So we've got you now, mister. Come on, click on it.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
Sorry if you can hear my squeaky chair.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught. Just my luck. Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not in the Social Security.
Hell no, what makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean.
Shopper scrounger.
Between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he?
Right, let's start over from the
Where did
beginning.
Pegram find the castle?
The entrance to an underground chamber. It was filled with earth and rubble, and Pegram had us dig it out. We uncovered a secret room, a hidden chapel.
So now it's getting
Pegram find the
interesting.
gem in the altar room?
I don't know. He made us leave and wouldn't tell us why. Half an hour later he came out, white as a sheet he was. He closed down the dig and locked up the castle, sent us all away.
From the sound of it, Pegram had discovered more than just the gem. So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it.
He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving.
He's looking nervous, the guy. Looks like
He
he's
asked
waiting
me
for
to give
someone.
this package to a guy called Marquet.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Peagram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
Come on, show us his package.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Come on, George.
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Maybe Marquet's another alias then for our killer.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No, why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Get him, he's making an escape.
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
Come on then, out with it.
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy maker.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Now let's go out and find out what's happened. Because it looks like our only lead's just been run over.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding my own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I, and I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on the ass. But the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and into an awful wallop he goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Aha! So it was our killer. And not the clown killer anymore. He's a pixie killer.
Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not.
Well, I think that's it. We've asked him everything else. So it's now time to investigate everything else.
Mister.
What's this?
It was a trap door in the sidewalk.
Oh no, I thought there was something green there on the floor. Well, Fitzpatrick's been knocked over and took away hostage. Presumably he'll be meeting a grisly end at the hands of the killer. But I think I'll leave the video on that bombshell. And now we'll find out if anything got dropped, and see if we can pick anything up, find any more clues to do with the Templars and our killer that's still roaming large. Anyway, that's all I've got time for this time. I hope to see you guys next time on the next video I'll be doing. But until then, I'll see you guys later.